We're live.
We're live.
Hey, dude, that's a really cool cup from Matt's.
The koozie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a flannel.
Yeah, I just took it. They had it.
Like it's something Isaac and the guys would wear. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like it's totally them.
Definitely.
That's pretty cool.
You know, Isaac wears like 3-4 shirts at one time, so that's his style.
He layers. He likes to. He likes to. What's it called? Wardrobe changes. He's such a diva. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Is there like a quota for how much you have to buy before you get one?
Nah.
No. I was actually. It was. No.
Isaac and the guys are super generous, man. I'm sure if you asked them for one, they'd give you one.
I think I brought it up to Ben, and I was like, bro, I really like this. I was like, can I have it? Can I put it in my office? And he's like, yeah, bro, take it. It's like, thank you.
That's about us.
It was super nice of him. Super nice.
Who do we got here today?
We got. I mean, I don't know if this guy needs an introduction or not. I mean, I think his work is very well known around the valley and somebody that a lot of people know. And you know what the funny thing is, I like I said, I had JP. I was like, hey, when are you gonna get him on? And he's like, when are you gonna get Edgar on? And I was like, dude, he's gonna be here in like 10 minutes. I was like, we're not gonna be going live. We're gonna be recording the podcast. And that was another thing. He's like, hey, why are you guys not going live? I was like, no, because we're trying to get the quality of the podcast and bring the quality up.
We're not gonna edit it though.
No,
you're
editing.
gonna see it. You're gonna see it run through.
Yeah.
Just like we've always run it through.
Yeah.
Right. No editing. No. Very raw.
Very raw.
And so that's important because we still want to keep that. Like I think when we first started this thing, we felt like if we went live, it was very authentic. Right. There was no BS. There was, you cut stuff out, whatever. Right. And so I think it's done well for us, and I think people like listen to the podcast because they know we're not full of it. But we do want, like, we see some other podcasts out there. Yeah. I think I saw Hernan and Jerry put out a podcast, and the quality is really really nice. And so we need to do the same.
I think Sawsball said that Hernan spent like close to like $20K on his equipment.
Yeah, the board needs to step it up.
So I mean,
I'm challenging the board to like, hey, you guys need to put up some money.
Shout out to Hernan, and what's his name, Sawsball, because Sawsball was telling everybody at a Sweet 16 that I was at that he spent like $20,000 on that podcast. So.
Yeah, I mean, it looks nice. I think it's money well spent.
Nah, dude, they're doing a great job. I've seen a couple of their clips and it looks really good.
Yeah, they look like they're having fun.
Yeah, and that's what it's about.
We've had there's some other people too starting podcasts.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I mean, it's something that I think it gets you out there, right?
Yeah.
When we started this podcast, and I hope that we're able to accomplish that with you today, Mr. Edgar, is that we wanted to give people the opportunity to meet the people behind the signs, and most people could see this sign or, maybe seen your work or been around your work and probably not even know that you're the one that's in charge of the work that's going on. And so, I mean, today we have here Mr. Edgar with Genius Living, very well known.
Formerly known as, because if you look at my phone and I pull up Edgar's phone number, it's not Genius Living.
So what is the former name?
Hang My TVs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But just like those Mexican names that are like messed up, like I can't even think of one, like Capastriniano Gutierrez, and they call him Capi. So after a while, Hang My TVs grew old.
And they call him Capi. I just got that.
And it was Hang My, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Hang My TVs was around the time that we had HMTV. Home and Garden TV.
Okay.
So HMTV made sense at the time. So we went with it.
Yeah.
And it quickly was outdated. So it wasn't until I was at a...
What year is this?
Man, this must have been 2013.
Okay.
14. Because I was at a Genius Bar at Apple on Cantera Mall in San Antonio.
The one that has like the robot and stuff? Or no?
Well,
Genius Bars and Apple is
it's like that's where they fix all your Apple stuff.
Oh,
so they call it a Genius Bar.
I thought it was an actual bar.
Yeah. No.
Get your mind out of the gutter, bro. Shit. Just because it's happy hour right now.
And
Are we
we're
drinking
sitting
today?
there
We got
and-
Edgar here. Are we drinking today or no?
I mean, that's you. I can open whatever. It's those have been there for
We
a while.
haven't drank in a podcast in a while. Sorry, Edgar. We haven't drank in a while.
No, we
We
haven't.
could have done it at Bond, and we could have drank there.
I mean, we could have.
We can
could
do
have.
another one. We'll
You
do
know-
a part 2.
Ahorita vamos para allá. We'll take the camera.
One of the things that so Uli, the mad scientist behind this podcast, has been carrying our equipment around of the podcast in every location that we've been to, right? And this is our 66th podcast that we're doing, right?
65?
66.
Oh.
So 65. Oh, so
I just
65.
turned 65. And then
65.
You turned 65?
Really?
September 20th.
You know,
Hey, you
Edgar.
look
Work
good,
out?
bro.
No, you don't, bro.
I work out.
Wow.
You're not 65.
Okay, no, but I
Cállate
do
la
work
boca.
out.
God, I was like, there's
I was
no
going to say,
way.
damn, bro, I look older than you.
Nobody cares like that your actual age, but you say 65 and it's like, oh.
No, and actually, I used that the other day, and it does have an impact.
It's like losing
And then they're
weight.
like, oh, my God, you look so good.
You lose 20 pounds, nobody cares. You lose 100 pounds, they're like, ooh,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Shit.
Ozempic.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are
Yeah.
you doing?
So he had
Hey,
been carrying
speaking of,
GoPro.
Raulito's looking great.
Raulito is doing a great job,
Yeah.
an amazing job with his, very militant now on his workout and
Yeah,
his,
good for him.
his nutrition is that on spot.
Roelito.
Raulito.
Well, for a long time, I called him, like, I've been working for you, with you for a long time. I always called him Raulito. I don't know why, until I was corrected not too long ago.
And our clients are afraid to call him Roelito.
Why?
Because his name is Roel and it says so on his uniform.
Yeah.
But I call him Roelito in front of clients. Like, yeah, we'll tell Roelito to do it. And we'll
Yeah,
do it.
I thought that
I've
was
known
his name.
Roelito since he was 15.
Yeah,
So
he's
been with us.
he's an Ito.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
He's a good dude.
So they're at the Genius Bar. That's where the name came up. And it was like, hey, this is Genius. And Genius, it turns out that Webster's Dictionary defines it as smart but creative.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, hey, that's us.
I like it.
Yeah. So it's smart and creative. And because technology is what it is, but it's how you put it together that you're able to present it and sell it.
In a
That's
way
the
that makes
genius
sense.
living part of it.
Yeah,
Right.
Another way you can look at it that is kind of cool how we make a living is genius living.
yeah.
So there's two ways to looking at it. But
It's like a
when we
double
were there-
entendre.
Yeah.
I like it.
So genius living and genius. So we kind of like been hitting that hard. So every time we get a good idea, we're like, hey, that's genius.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of stuck.
Trying to brand it completely.
Well, it sticks better than hang my TV.
Yeah.
That's when we used to go to Lax and.
But
see the
it's old
first
school,
plasma.
but it's,
Yeah.
it's retro. It's, it's the roots.
We have uniforms with the hang my TVs. And
I want a shirt.
when I travel, most of the vendors know us as hang my TVs, and I make sure that people know who we are first
Okay.
of all, and then where we're from, and the only way they can pay attention to us is what good of questions we ask when we go to those trainings, because a lot of the products get our input so they can make them better. So we've gone from, if you look at a timeline from 2005 till now,
Okay.
we went from a VCR to a DVD to a Blu-ray. Yep.
Hang my TV.
Can I get you to speak into the mic just so we can make sure? I want to make sure we got your audio's real good.
Old school. Hang my TV.
How do like when you rebranded? How long ago was it that you were Hang My TV, and then when you rebranded, was it a big shift or were just people just
Well,
accepting?
No, we started this in 2013. I had a marketing team look at it, and they rebranded as Weird. And I kind of liked the name. I didn't like the logo, so we kind of we were more preoccupied with getting more business than the name at that point. And this year, from 2022 forward, is like we just took off, and a lot of it had to do with all the changes that happened. We're dropping DirecTV. Now we're going to apps. The way we seek entertainment is changed, and it's made it a little bit more complicated. But we've been on top of the game. We have to be ahead of the game, figure out where it's going, how we're going to provide our services to meet those demands. Now every time there's a fight or football game, you have to ask, where is the showing on this app, on that app,
Right.
on this network, on that network.
Right,
And
because
even if
it's
you
not a
buy the
pay-per-view
Sunday
anymore.
tickets,
Yeah.
you're not guaranteed the Cowboys game, for example.
Right.
You still
Yeah.
have to go look for.
I think
So-
like Thursday games are like on Video Prime or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
And where before you had cable, DirecTV, and Dish Network for those people that like Dish Network, and we had a saying because of all the choices. You pick it, we stick it.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter what you throw us. We're gonna find a way to make it happen for them. And then our business grew from the audio video. So the Hang My TV kind of got outdated because we moved into smart lighting, home automation. Right now we have a project in Bernie, and this guy is just thinking of more and more things to add to it. Like, can I control this? Can I control that?
Yeah.
And we got to the point that we told them, no. Yeah, you got enough things. Like, that's it. Like 120 things you can control with it that's it. I think the last thing was the swimming pool equipment that everybody wants to add. The swimming pool,
Like the lights and stuff like that, like the water spouts and
Pumps
stuff.
and
but
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense to have them on a smart app that is not the proprietary to the pool equipment, because there's so many. When you go very specific with the pool equipment, you got temperature for the jacuzzi, you got the jets, you got lighting, you got fire, you got
it's a whole thing of itself.
speakers.
I didn't think about the fire. You're right.
The fire that scares the shit out of me. I don't know. People like fire. Like every time I see fire, it's like I better be grilling. If it's not grilling, I don't want to see fire. Like,
You're telling me you don't like fire in the middle of your pool?
no, that I picture like a newspaper flying and catching and lighting and then flying to the house next
Like
door.
Final Destination.
Yeah, we had a guy kind of had an accident. He had been drinking, and as he tried to get close to it, he kind of like didn't. Yeah. And so like, ooh. So after that, like when I see fires, like, no, I better be grilling because you're attent, you tend to your meat or to.
Right.
So yeah, fires. I don't know. They have a
You stay away from that.
yeah. Anything that is not grilling. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
So, Mr. Edgar, in your houses that you work in, right now you were talking about like you went from hanging TVs to now doing lighting and fully automation or fully automated services for your, like lighting and sound and stuff like that. What kind of houses do you usually see your product in? And I know that recently that you've also like expanded out to the 2,000 square foot homes and homes like that with my boy JP out there. That was very, very like, hey, we gotta get him on, and just so that people could kind of get an idea that you do not just do like the higher end product of a house where you can control. I've seen stuff that you do with Ronnie's houses where you control everything right off of like a monitor, as opposed to like these 2,000 square foot homes or a smaller home where you could do something kind of like a similar package, but it's more concise and stuff like that. So can we talk a little bit about your packages that you have for your company?
Sure. JP, I mean, he's out there. Hello, JP. I got a cold call from JP, and I can't even think what it was. And he was just so energetic.
You were trying to sell your house or what?
Probably. I didn't recognize the number. I picked it up, and he went like straight at it. Question. And so
Just so we can have the air.
he got my attention, and he said, Edgar, I said, look, JP, let's make this easy. I have a model home. Why don't you come look at it, and you tell me what you think. So he came on over. He brought all his staff because he does the realtor and the building. So he had everybody from his staff come over, showed him the house, and he was like, okay, Edgar, I love what you have, but I need something condensed for my starter homes. And I told JP, okay, I really have to think about it because you want to maintain the integrity of the setup that I'm selling, but now condense it to a starter home with a starter home budget, but not miss out on the amenities that 2025 have in store for those people, because a starter home, there's a lot of sacrifices that you have to make to the down payment, to get past the financing and all that. So I said, you know what, this became more special because the people using it, I can't sell them crap. I can't just pull brands out of the internet and put them together and sell them to JP. So what we had to really think was how do we put together a similar system that is budget friendly but is packed with amenities that can be used and will be missed when they're not working anymore. So smart doorbell, cameras. One of the things that we liked in the model home is that on an open concept, when you have a living, dining, kitchen, you're talking about 40 feet between one wall and the other wall. So when you have the TV on in the living room, you don't want to have to turn up that volume all high to hear it all the way in the kitchen. So we found a way on our smart homes to have the sound play in the living and in the kitchen at the same volume, so you can maintain a reasonable volume. So how do you do that on a budget with quality product? So I use Bond a lot as reference because the speakers that we use at Bond are the speakers that I use all the time. And they've been very reliable. We have a lot of faith in them. I often tell people how I gauge a speaker. So just like the fast cars, we're having a conversation about fast cars. Well, I have a truck, so I will be out of that conversation. But usually 0 to 60. Like we can agree that if we're going to gauge a car, a Tesla to a Ferrari, Lamborghini, whatever is out there, 0 to 60 would be the defining factor how fast the car is. On a speaker, you got sensitivity level. So it's easy to look at a speaker and go, oop, that's a good speaker. Klebsch, it gets thrown a lot. And I don't like Klebsch, but whatever. You pick it, we stick it.
Is that like a brand of a speaker?
Yeah.
I don't like it because when I was seeking product, they didn't give me the time or day. So now that they're prostituted online, I don't want nothing to do with them. So yeah, thank you. I don't want nothing to do with it. But they're a great speaker. They have a great sensitivity level. So what that means is that you don't need to push a lot of power, and you can make those speakers sound really good. So you take that, and so what I told JP, I'm going to give you the quality speakers that we did at Bond. We're going to add electronics. So everything tailored for him was the end result of being efficient. So our staff sat down and we talked about it. Said we got to be freaking snipers from the pre-wire to knowing exactly what we're doing. And there's no third trip, there's no fourth trip, because that's it. There goes the profit. For the end user, they get a quality product, and I'm talking about a smart doorbell that they can see it on a 15-inch touchscreen in the kitchen. Sound in the living room that can also be heard in the kitchen. So you got speakers in the living room, speakers in the kitchen, and you can repeat that outside in the patio, in the barbecue area, or in the pool area, where that amplifier can handle 2 pairs of speakers. And then we added a smart thermostat and some smart lighting, and boom, what do you know? You have now a system. On top of that, what I liked about JP is that he gave me the freedom, that's a good word, freedom to do what I wanted to do and move his lighting around. So on a starter home, it was easy to condense all the light switches to the kitchen area, kind of like an infotainment is to a car, where you have all your gauges right here at your disposal, your thermostat, your radio. And so it kind of worked out because now the electrician is listening to us. And I said, look, we're going to make you look good if you listen to what we're trying to do. If you understand what we're trying to do, this whole thing's going to work out. And I want to say for JP's been working out about, I think we're on the 20th home. I mean, he's taking count. I'm just like taking orders, like, oh, another one. And I think today or this week we had 3 more coming in from him. But it only worked because the electrician also got involved and he got excited. So when you have a good plan and you present it, it all depends how you talk to people also.
Right.
So he understood what we're trying to do. He saw the first house and he said, oh, okay. He saw the second house. Okay. So now I have one person assigned to all those jobs, and we follow the same deal. We're about to make some changes to that particular layout because I'm going to make it better. And so anyway, so that came about because of the freedom that he gave me. He let me move some lights around. We made some changes. I mean, you've been with me since I've been very pro lighting, like not just lighting as far as lighting fixtures, but locations and now control. And you add control of lighting that can control music and TV. So from that light switch, you can control the light and the TV and the sound. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
And so with JP, that kind of worked out. So we have a $3,500 package. That
I've always felt, and I'm sorry to cut you off, I've always felt like the projects that you put out, I mean, it's always been top of the line, man. You know, on your lighting and your sound and all that. Like, I know that
one key component to Ronnie is like those people those singers that write their own music. I mean, when you sit behind the keyboard and you're designing your layouts, I mean, Ronnie's creativity on I call it on keyboards, but beside the layout, he can incorporate everything into his design. So that's kind of cool. When we do work with Ronnie and he has those layouts, it's easy because then we're just following him. So I can be number one, or I know how to be number two and number three, meaning that we can follow somebody else's vision and come in behind and then just advise and come along. So I don't have to take control of everything, which is kind of nice once in a while to like let somebody else take control, and you're just kind of like taking orders and listening and moving along the way and then making suggestions.
Because by the time you're done, bro, like you've already basically finished the house in your whole scope of thing, your whole mind. It's like this is exactly how it's gonna go. Like when you're designing your homes, is that like how?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, but you also got to be flexible because you know, there's things that you might see that like, oh shit, this is a great angle, right? And from this perspective, let's make that look like this.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we put a lot of thought into the whole design aspect of it, especially with lighting and how we incorporate that. But also staying flexible and not being afraid to adjust. And, you know, if there's something out there that's like shit, you know, that's going to be look incredible, and let's do it. Yeah.
Not too long ago, I came across that one house that you have like in that corner. That wrote like different house. It's over there where like Dan's building his house.
Oh yeah,
Edgar's
we filmed that yesterday for the first time.
Yeah?
We finished that house about a year ago. Oh, it's Edgar's house. Yeah.
Yeah.
What Edgar?
Edgar
Garcia.
Yeah. Edgar Garza.
Garza. Sorry, Edgar. Sorry.
Yeah. It's a really cool house, and Edgar did the system there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun working with Edgar. That house, as a matter of fact, that has no squares. They're all triangles.
It's all there. There is no right angle.
Wow.
They're all 30s, 60s.
Where did that come from?
120s.
What was the idea
Frank Lloyd
behind
Wright designed a house like that, and so he brought me a floor plan from Frank Lloyd Wright. That's like, can you do something like this? Yeah,
Ronnie,
fuck it.
and you did no windows facing west.
There is no windows facing west. Yeah, it's a cool house. You'll see it. We just videotaped it yesterday, and Luis, you know, Hosa, who does a lot of our videos, great videographer. You should reach out to him. He would benefit a lot from being in STBA.
Okay.
He's doing our videos also.
Yeah, he's a great dude.
I mean, dude, there's some dudes right now that are like,
Nah, Luis is the best, bro.
Going
like
off.
he's got an eye,
Yeah.
and the talent.
Well, we just added a subwoofer for Edgar Garza.
Yeah, they're in the
What was it?
the cigar room.
Cigar room.
It's a badass house, bro. You gotta come. You gotta go see that.
And his personality was matched to the house because
Yeah.
he's very
Eclectic, and he's cool.
what does he do?
He's he does
DHR
pharmaceutical equipment. I
Okay.
think he sells. Yeah,
It's
super
a very,
cool
it's a
dude,
very
bro.
unique house, bro.
Yeah,
And I came across it.
he had the balls to do it. Like
The
he had
garage door.
yeah, overhead. He had the courage to do something totally different. Like he yeah.
Very different. I don't think there's probably another house like that.
When I first started designing that house, I thought it was gonna be extremely complicated, but then like it's just like an algorithm. You know what I mean? Like it's a formula. Like you're gonna use this angle everywhere, and then when you're working from this other side, you're gonna use this angle everywhere, and then it ended up getting. It wasn't as complicated to design as I thought it would be. It was complicated to build though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to lay that foundation, and that was tough.
The other thing with that house was getting cables from the main house. Is you got a separate cigar room on the east side of the house. It's kind of like planning ahead what's going to happen, what is not going to happen, so be proactive.
Okay.
And those are the things that you don't see on the blueprint, but you kind of have to like go with it. And thank God that we planned for them, because at the end he goes, "Hey Ed, I want the subwoofer after all." I said, "I told you." We have 2 subwoofers on the proposal, and those are the first things that everybody takes out, and it's the worst mistake.
It's
you
what
can make.
makes the freaking sound.
It's like going to the club with no bass. It's just like
Imagine.
And why do people take it out? What's like the difference like on the?
something about budget and money. It's like it just takes from creativity when they do that. Like you can't do
I
that.
hate it when they do that.
Yeah, good budgets are good for creativity. Your mind expands.
Yeah. But it's como
So-
todo. If you want something good, if you want something nice, plus it's gonna take a little bit of a little bit of cash.
And the subwoofers have been. I think we're the #1 subwoofer dealer in Texas. I think somebody in El Paso is close to us, but every time I place my orders, they're like, again.
Well, when you invited me to that house that you have in Quells Crossing,
Yes,
is it?
that
Yeah. When you invited me to that house,
Check that out.
that house was crazy.
That's the floor plan.
Wow. That's
Worked out. Even the pool, same angles.
And you left a little backyard
We
on the
did.
north side of the.
dude. I like the way the
Can you see
kitchen.
the outdoor kitchen there?
Yeah, it's there.
The only thing he didn't do, Ronnie, was build the kitchen table triangular.
He didn't build it. Yeah,
And built it. I think that should be the.
He needs to do that.
Yeah.
But we had it so that you could see it like just sticking out from the inside.
When he told me, I got excited, and then when I went at the end, I was like, "Hey, where is it?"
Yeah.
I was like, but it was one of those creativity, like don't take things out of the proposal. Leave
So
it
this right here, Ronnie, what is the function of this particular piece? That's that real.
That's a
significant-
fireplace.
It's a fireplace.
Yeah, exposed block
It's
of
a-
fireplace.
Yeah, that exposed block here.
Oh, I have a picture.
Yeah.
Here, let me show
cinder
you.
block, no?
Yeah.
It's cinder block. Yeah.
And then he left it the same color of the cinder block,
and in
right?
that area, he removed the subwoofer. And then at the end, he goes, "Okay, let's add it." Like, you can. Like, you got my timbre there. And I got, like, the subwoofer's the size of that cabinet right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's so wild, bro.
Yeah.
And in that house, for the record,
Was that concrete floor?
Yeah.
Yes.
He didn't do anything. He just
We
polished
did
it
concrete
down.
floor.
and that worked out really nice.
It did, but it was a pain in the ass.
Well-
I actually hate doing it.
Well, because you have to monitor all the people that like to use
No, wait. Deja tú. A pinche framer, whenever we start a framing job, like we mark the windows and you'll spray paint them on the floor and like you do all that, right? To get everybody on the same page. But when it's a concrete floor, like don't paint it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you paint it, like you're gonna see it. And the framer painted the whole fucking floor. So we had to figure out a way to camouflage that.
remove the paint. Or
Yeah, and it didn't remove it completely, so we had to like tint the sealer, so to speak.
Mhm.
Yeah,
wow.
It looked
Yeah.
nice.
but it came out really good. Yeah, it's
No,
a
the
badass
house-
little
the
And
house.
there's
house,
something
yeah.
about the indirect light because the sun sets west, and so he created shade in the afternoon, so there's no need for window treatment on all those windows that go from
Yeah.
the bedroom, kitchen, living, bedrooms. So you can walk the whole house and you see the swimming pool and you have the natural light coming in. It's just unbelievable. And the kitchen, I mean,
Yeah.
if you're standing in the cigar room and outside, you can see the whole house. Like it's really,
Wow.
really cool.
That couldn't matter. Yeah, it's a
We
badass
should do
house.
a podcast there.
We should.
Is there any way I can walk it?
Yeah, no.
If you go to
Edgar-
churches,
Edgar's super cool, bro.
through
If
the,
I-
through the drive-throughs, like,
I'm sure he loves showing off his house. It's a badass house.
I saw it yesterday, and I don't think I had came across it until like you guys were framing it. And when I saw it yesterday, I was just like, yo, like this is beautiful. Yeah. I mean, I only saw the exterior part of it, right? But just the fact that I saw the finished product, and I was just like, yo.
We lost a few framers. No, we didn't lose a framer. We lost a few concrete guys, and the plumber was like, fuck this shit. Like, we lost a few subs, bro.
But
you know what I mean?
Because
Because
challenging. Like some of the ones in the past, I was joking with Ronnie, and I said, Ronnie, not even a cockroach fits in there. Like you have framed like with precision, where the framer had to build a pony wall to run. No, not the framer, the plumber to run plumbing, because everything was so. My guys were like, dude, we have to go through every stud to run cables because there's no hueco. So, like a critter trying to get in there, like, can't.
That's wild.
It's fun, bro. We should do more podcasts about builds.
I mean, that's a very interesting build.
I get excited about stuff like that.
Well, because the process, like once we get going, like the framing is up, the client knows what they want for entertainment. They seen it, they heard it, so now they're excited also. And then we know better. I try not to be a bully. Like I'm a very controlling person, but I'm not a bully.
Okay.
And that's the difference, because I become a director and I give you your choices. This is the choices that you have. And then, of course, budget, we respect budgets. But just like the starter homes that we were talking about earlier, when we're on a project, I play devil's advocate with that budget, because like with Edgar, we had a smaller speakers for that fireplace area. The size of those ceilings were 22 feet?
In the living room?
In the living room?
They were. I don't think they were that tall. They were like 20, maybe 18.
Okay, so
18,
taller than 12.
They were 18 feet.
The average would be 12 for a regular house.
They were about 18 feet.
So we went ahead and changed all those to 8-inch speakers because we needed more
volume,
bass reproduction because we killed the subwoofer.
Right.
So we make changes on the fly and for the better. So I want to deliver, and that's something that's really important with us, that not just making the sale. When people move into their home, you turn in the key, they close, they do all that, and then I come in and show them what they purchased. And it's always like this great excitement of like, oh my God, I didn't know it was going to sound this good.
Yeah.
And it's different when it's for you, when it's yours, when it's your sound, when it's your music.
Right.
And I go like that because you're very picky with your selection on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody has their preferences. Like I used to tell people, no, use this one. And you're like, no, I want mine, because you're so used
to it. Yeah, and how it works.
So now I learned to kind of like, you pick it, we stick it. Like we're going to play nice with whatever you throw at us. And now
I think you wanted me to use Weezer or something, or some brand.
That bueno. There are some other ones that have.
Who even uses that, bro? Like, I have to learn a new app.
And well, the Spotify.
Hey, Spotify.
Well, you got a higher resolution music now. So if you're an audio
ni oigo yo, estoy sordo.
That's an app? That's an app?
Well, there's a music server, and it's CD quality music. So when you're spending, like we have last year, the what do we call the Pareto homes?
The gallery.
Gallery. So we had.
We're gonna ask you to never say Pareto homes. Sorry. You're gonna have to. Anybody that says that has to drop like $20.
So, oh man,
we have nothing against Pareto homes.
We'll create a drop bucket.
So
they're just
Victor
not that
Guzman built that house in FAR. Victor Guzman.
Okay, Victor, yes.
And we ended up doing James loudspeakers, and there's a product.
There was a budget for that.
Oh, is that's like that big. I remember he built like remember that one house like he put in the gallery.
Yeah,
it was like
I didn't get to go see it.
Oh, you missed out. That one had
we need to do you know how we used to do like the van, and we'd go to different builders' houses. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed that. We need to do that.
We could do that this year. I mean, one of the things that I actually had a meeting yesterday. We're gonna do the gallery pre-party, right? And it was pretty cool because in the committee, Miss Patricia has been put in charge of finding the venue for this pre-party, and she found like this old school hacienda looking home out in like Donna on 5 acres, right?
Nice.
So she finds this home.
Drug raid.
She finds this home, and one of the things that we're gonna do is we're gonna display picture, like it's gonna be the front of each house that's in the gallery, right? And of course, the house is white Tuscan. It has like the clay tile roof, big old pool in the back. It's gonna be super nice. It's gonna be like a Western themed party. It's gonna be like coated where like you have to wear boots and all this stuff, right? But one of the things we're doing is we're gonna around the whole house, so you can walk this old school house as you're walking this old school house.
folklorico boots.
There's gonna be pictures of these homes, bro.
Cool.
I mean, it'll be a little different, right? Because we've never done a pre-party to the gallery. But I mean, definitely, I think it'll be cool if people want to take a tour and
It's fun, bro.
get like a bus and just go.
We drank. The last one we did, it was Emilio was there. Mr. Villanueva was there.
I think that was the first time y'all did it.
It was the second time.
The second one time?
Yeah, because we had done it the year before, and it was fun, bro. Like we got to go. Everybody got tipsy.
Everybody went out there and looked at the houses and stuff.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, it was really cool. We should do that.
Well, Victor's house, that house that he built, those James loudspeakers were equivalent to a huge tower speaker, but we were able to put him inside the wall. So you have a subwoofer inside the wall with a 7-inch driver on a granite wall. So everything had to be precisely installed. And then
Don't fuck it up
because of granite.
Yeah.
So then even my vendors were like, "What? You're gonna be?" No, like, yes, we're doing it. So we did that. We did another pair in the dining and another pair in the kitchen. And those speakers are 3 inches in diameter. So most lighting is 6 or even 4, the ones that you're using. These are 3-inch. And inside in the attic, you have like a shoebox of subwoofer inside. So the only thing that you see from the floor is the 3-inch diameter, that grill. And the sound quality, it's amazing. It's unbelievable. And I remember testing it, and we were like, wow, like this is really cool.
I know he put that house in the gallery. It was like a couple $1 million, I believe. Remember?
Yeah.
I mean, he was like in his own category that I
And
remember.
Well, you mentioned something about budget on that house. And interesting, very interesting, is like one of the Halloween's around the corner. So I always joke around that I'm going to dress up like an invoice because like it scares everybody. Like, "Boo." So,
Boo.
boo. What are you? An invoice? Oh, ugly number. Yes. So we always, well, that house, when I talked to Victor, he goes, dude, like, really? Like, that's the budget. Audio, video, cameras, Wi-Fi, home theater, automated. Yes. Plus, we did the motorized window shades. And so I said, you know what? Why don't you get a second opinion? And then I got a call back, and he goes, no, dude, okay, let's go with it. So we bring value, even though it's like you can't buy a Ferrari at a discount and still be happy. Like, you're not going to pay what you're thinking you want to pay for it. You're going to pay what the market value for it is. With us, what we bring to the table is a lot of experience. We made a lot of mistakes, a lot. But back then, when we were hanging my TVs, now with Genius leaving, we're like experts.
Now we're geniuses.
See, now we're geniuses.
All we had to do is change the name.
Yeah,
And we're done.
But we go back. You know, there was a remodel that you did, Ronnie, at Waterwalk, and I can remember the year was 2014.
Water Walk. Yeah, I remember that.
That was Kenny
That was
Alfred.
about 123 Sunflower.
Yeah, Kenny Alfred.
That's crazy, right? How you remember the addresses?
I remember everything. And then you had that other Josh guy.
I don't remember shit, but I remember addresses.
You want water, Sprite?
I'm gonna just get a little glass. Do we have any glasses?
No, I don't have any glasses.
There's a glass there. Well, it's styrofoam.
No, don't do
I
it,
guess
bro.
I won't drink.
Don't do it.
It's here.
We've been on a roll not drinking on the
That's
podcast.
true. Okay, fine, whatever.
No, makes me feel real responsible.
What were you
about
saying
that.
about that house?
Well, that house came up because Kenny Alfred sold it, and now Louis Isaguirre bought it.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of nice to see the history behind it, because I go back and said, hey, this house was remodeled,
Yeah.
and your remodels were like spotless. Like, I think
For a long time, that's all we did was remodels.
I came across one of your remodels. I don't remember where it was in Mission,
Yeah.
And it was your brother Servi that told me that was one of Ronnie's remodels, and I think he said I think you lived in it for a little bit.
Really?
It was like a maybe like a peach exterior, kind of like peach. Was it a peach color or? I don't remember,
Shit, I don't remember.
but he was like, dude, Ronnie redid that whole thing.
Yeah.
But that's pretty sick.
Not
Yeah, good
Leon's
times.
house, right? Not Leon's.
Maybe. No. I never lived in that.
No.
How's
no.
Leon?
He's doing good.
Yeah.
I was mad at him.
He was mad at
Ronnie,
me.
Ronnie referred him to me, and then I talked to Leon,
He's real picky.
and he was like, "Dude, I went to Best Buy," and I was like, "Dude, why did you go to Best Buy?" Like, there's people. I mean, nothing against Best Buy, but everything against Best Buy. I'm all about my projects. Nobody at Best Buy is gonna get excited over a blueprint that is your blueprint that you're bringing to me. I get excited. I'm like, what are we gonna create for this guy?
Right.
There's no way, and none of those employees are going to look at a blueprint, first of all, and give you the time of day if you can get a hold of somebody. And I told Leon, why would you go there? And then he told me the name of the salesperson that helped him, and I was like, now it's a challenge that I'm going to make sure your setup is done better than what they could have even dreamed of having created for him.
Yeah.
And then I was contained with a budget, but even with that budget, we did miracles because we did a home theater with James Loud.
Mm-hmm.
We gave him Control 4, and then we left everything. We left the wiring prepped for the future outdoor kitchen, which he had somebody build him from the barbecue places here, an outdoor kitchen. So that was on the south side of the pool, and it turned out great. And then we were able to incorporate that. So it was like a to be continued. So we planned it ahead, and then things worked out. But he goes, damn, Edgar, you're very jealous. I'm very jealous when it comes to, I want to be giving first shot. If I don't prove to you that I have the excitement, the experience, and the drive to complete your job, move on. Let's go to the second person.
Ni me hables.
Ni me hables. But the people that we deal with, we see our projects through. So I have more happy people from beginning to end, and I'm still here, where in the past that was not the case. We had a lot of not a lot of successful projects being completed happily, where like there's not this drama that he left with my money, he left with my equipment, none of that. Our systems are set up for successful projects, and it's are those successful projects that have made us more popular. I never advertised till this year with Luis. Well, I think when I became a member of STBA was my first real marketing.
I think I remember you telling me that.
Before then, I'd never, not even a web page, or I don't even think we have a phone number or.
But you've been, I mean, so how many years have you been in the business that you're like
20 years?
So it's 20 years, and like how you just said right now, like, hey man, like in the beginning was you make mistakes, right? You make and anybody, right? You make some mistakes and you learn from them, and you're like now you're like, dude, I need to know exactly what we're gonna do because I need to be in and out.
They got two mistakes. I mean, mistakes. I think
Every day.
Canelo was talking about you gotta be brave and make mistakes because that's how you're gonna learn. I had a non-compete like from day one. I had a non-compete that I had to deal with. So trying to make a living with a non-compete in South Texas was like.
Who was the non-compete with? Can we talk about it?
Well, the only thing I'll say.
Why not? Come on, let's do it.
I'll say positive.
Look, we need views. We need ratings.
So
we gotta get shit like
the
spicy,
pumping.
We try to do a debate anyway.
So the good thing that it pushed me to San Antonio.
I'm still sad about that one.
Me too. Sorry.
And we started when we were talking about making mistakes. We went to San Antonio, and we basically took over another company because you reach the point where when you have a client, those clients that don't want to be helped, there's nothing you're gonna do to
make them happy.
So they passed me on those clients.
Yeah.
So I was the hero because I
Finished it.
And we learned also how to work in high-end homes. And people don't understand construction is one thing. You can't take a construction atmosphere to a completed job atmosphere. When somebody's already living in a 12,000 square foot home, $3 million house, there's certain things you don't do. And there's certain things that you gotta promote the homeowners, that you respect their home, that you have the best interest of all the materials around the area where you're gonna be working. And all our techs, thank God that they've accepted the culture that we started, which was we're a customer service oriented company before anything. Before we sell anything, we're a customer service company. The people that know us, they'll know us because of service. They'll know that if they call me, we're going to be there. We may not be there that second, especially now. But
no seas mentiroso, güey.
we'll be there. Yeah, sometimes you can't. And now that we're traveling, I mean, this last month we were in Wisconsin, Bernie, and Austin.
Jeez,
In 1 month.
Wisconsin.
So we have a project we did here, a really nice project, which actually I put on the
Yes, sir. You send it on the group chat.
It's on Stewart and 107. So that property owner liked the Control 4. She loved it. She said, "Hey, let's work something out for my vacation home." And I said, "Sure, let's look at it." And man, it was like 3-story lake house.
In Bernie or in Wisconsin?
In Wisconsin. Wayward.
How did that work? So you had to fly. You took your team.
Mm-hmm.
Did they pay for that?
Yes. Yeah. So
Did Rolito go?
Rolito went, and Rolito said there was no.
Did Robert
women.
go?
No, Robert didn't make that trip. We had Roel and another tech, Rene, handled all that pre-wire because we're gonna go back on spring break to do the trim out. So that's gonna be fun. And what was funny is that, fun for them was that the homeowner is also a builder, and he only builds his own property. So that house on Stewart that you saw, he
Yes,
built
sir.
it, and it was built with concrete walls. So he brought technology that he used to build with in Colorado, and there were some other states
know
that
what?
he built with.
I just saw that happening at Lagos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're building a house with like pure concrete.
Yeah.
I was like, interesting.
Like tilt-up walls or like
Styrofoam,
concrete foam?
and then
it's like
fill
Oh, yeah.
styrofoam, and then they fill it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
and then you have to route out the styrofoam.
Yeah,
So I can check that off my list. Another experience,
done.
and he was like a professor teacher because he taught us how to work with that.
Mm-hmm.
And so going to Wisconsin, they felt that we already knew how to work with that material, and plus having to deal with the snow, like planning for the snow, planning how we're gonna drive cables from point A to point B, and so yeah, we were there, and then Austin was fun because Austin, they're experts at pre-wires.
Okay.
Oh my God, they're like, well, I gave them too much credit because I took this job, I looked at their wiring diagram, and I'm like, man, this is pretty cool. It wasn't accurate. It was maybe 80% accurate. So we had a little bit of
Hey,
creativity.
That's still pretty.
Yeah. But it could have been high 90s.
Okay.
And what happened was when you do LCRs on the ceiling, and then the homeowner or the builder decides to put wooden beams, so there goes the center.
Mm-hmm.
So there was that was number one, and they showed the speakers up there, and the speakers were on the wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So once you make the holes on the ceiling, is like ooh, yeah.
We fucked up.
So that's where the experience comes into play. It's like, hey, huddle up, and it's like, what are we gonna do? Like, okay, no, okay.
Tape and float.
No. And then the walls were like super smooth, and so I told the guys, it's like, dude, like nobody even look at the walls. It's like 3 feet away from the wall at all times.
Don't
Like,
touch
don't
them.
touch the wall. Don't even look at it. And so that job we did it. The guys knocked it off in 4 days. We're working maybe 12, 13-hour days.
Jeez.
And what's cool about that is that what normally takes us a year, we did it in 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, if we can get more of those,
In and out.
yes, especially if it's already pre-wired. So the home where they used to live is up for sale now. And that's why one of my big goals this year was to work more closely with realtors, because they come across these high-end properties, and our company is equipped to outfit the new homeowners. So people don't think about this. Like somebody buys an expensive property, which we did one at Antigua,
Okay.
12,000 square foot home. The homeowner buys. They goes, you know what? I'm gonna remodel it to suit my needs. And we came in and he said, Edgar, have you heard of smart lighting? I was like, I think so. I think I might have heard something about it.
I'm fucking
It's
genius.
up and coming.
I'm
Yeah.
genius.
So a 12,000 square foot home, you gotta do smart lighting. There's no way you can walk around that house in the evening and do your evening routine of turning on and off lights. And I think we did about 140 loads.
Give Ronnie that one.
Saca los chips.
Give Ronnie that one. Give him that chocolate. The chocolate from Alaska. Yeah.
Let me see. What is it? Sorry.
It's chocolate from Alaska.
Is Doritos from where? Where are these Doritos
From when? Not from where. From when?
They're new. They're new. I promise. They're new.
It's like buying
Se me
chips.
bajó el azúcar. Just kidding.
That is.
Ronnie, what's the biggest house you've done so far?
10,000 square feet's the biggest.
Okay. So 10,000, it's a good candidate for smart lighting.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Everything's a good candidate for smart lighting. Everything should be smart, in my opinion.
We were joking around on how eventually your house is gonna be able to tell like your temperature, how you're doing like with your blood cells, like if your diabetes is like spiking and stuff. We were like, because we were talking about like how you're able to do all these extra special little features to these houses. And I was like, dude, this guy in the future is going to be putting software in houses that's going to tell people like, okay, your blood sugar is low or something. Because eventually we're going to
notice you're in a bad mood.
yeah, like we notice that you're fluctuating.
What can we do?
Yeah. Like, but that's the future.
AI.
Yeah.
we had to come back from, I don't know where I was at, Boston. I had just come back from Boston, and we were having breakfast at Loretto's in Mission, and I got this email. No, thank you. And the email was from Bernie, and it had blueprints and tons of instructions. And I was like, what is this? So it kind of like, call me at your earliest convenience. So I stepped out of the restaurant, like, hello. And it's a gentleman from Cordilleja Ranch.
Okay.
And he's like, I want you to give me a proposal based on this information. I said, okay. So that was in May. So we kind of started, we had a Zoom meeting. And what was interesting was that it took us 1 hour of a Zoom meeting. And one thing I like about STBA, and prior to STBA, you know, I got involved with construction just on my personal home, but I never quite paid attention the way I pay attention to construction now. And it was interesting because I didn't know this, but we were competing against Bjorn's in San Antonio.
Okay.
Against who?
Bjorn's. Bjorn's is the audio video store go-to in San Antonio. They're a boutique, high-end electronics store. And that's their rise and their fall at the same time. So I just pitched what I know, you know, and I told them that I understand the construction process, number one. Number two, I understand the automation, number two. And then number three, I said, I have your best interest in mind. And that went farther than I thought. He gave me a call back. I was in Houston at the time when he called me. And I said, Mr. Dines, you have talked to me. You have my proposal. You have their proposal. How can I help you? He go, well, Edgar, they're willing to negotiate and give me this discount. I said, great. I'm happy for you. If that's the way you want to go,
Oh,
then
yeah.
So great.
You told me about it. Yeah.
And then I told him, now if you're telling me you want to go with me and you're asking me for a discount, then say it. Because you're not talking to them, you're talking to me right now. So I'm under the impression that I'm getting this job. And he goes like, yes, my builder is against Bjorn's. They don't want us to sign up with them. He said, but do you want to sign with them? That's important. Because sometimes you have faith, like you want a specific framer to do your house, and you have that number one guy that you have. And let's say he's not available, which he's always available. But let's just say he's not. It's like, what is your second choice? Like, no, I'll wait. So I told him, if you want to go with him, go. There, I didn't mean what I said. I really want him to go with me. So then he.
I don't know
Yeah.
if I'm. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one that thinks like this, but I'm the type of person that I firmly believe that you're gonna get what you pay for. You know what I mean? And I also believe in that. Hey man, I'm sure, like Ronnie, I'm sure you have your framers, bro. That you have like your main stud that like I don't have to worry about this guy. You know what I mean? And that comes with every trait that we have. And it's like I don't understand how some people can be like, I really want your product, but can you help me with the price? And it's like, dude, like I really believe that you're gonna get what you pay for, right? And it's one of those things where, I mean, at least what you're doing is a very specific niche to a house, because you're totally elevating the house to a whole grander level where you can, take a starter home and give it those little amenities that just pick it up a little bit more. You just raise it up a little bit more.
So we get the job, and we go to the first meeting with builder, electrician, homeowner, and our team. Oh, I thought
No, you're good.
And by this point, I had done a spreadsheet of every room with every load per room. And your framer and you, I'm sure, like the framer can look at a blueprint and tell you, okay, Ronnie, I'm going to do this. And then the framer go, hey, bro, what about this? And then they catch things that maybe we overlooked. And that's kind of cool. You think, okay, that's a compliment. Now we're working together. We're making this thing better. So the builder who never met me before this said, Edgar, I was rooting for you because I didn't want Bjorns in this project, because in the past they sent a different person to our projects and that person doesn't know what's going on. I said, sir, I can guarantee you, no matter who comes to our projects, our team knows exactly what's going on. So I have lunch with my guys at least 3 times per week.
Very
And
important.
it's not to nourish them. It's because that's the only time I can get their attention, with an exchange of a meal, and we communicate about jobs. And we talked about this and that, and we prioritize who's going to come first in the line of priority. And so when we were going through room by room, I said, okay, this is bedroom number 4. You got 4 loads. And then I started using the proper language, downlights, cove lights. And I got their attention right away, because it wasn't like the can, that, like that, the one that goes in there. And so I told them how many loads total we had, how many keypads, how many light switches, how many dimmers. And the builder was like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I need here. And the electrician was with his blueprint going like that, trying to look for room number 4. And I had it right here written down. We have 7 loads. And then at the end, we sacrificed cove lighting because they didn't frame for it. And I made a suggestion that we do sconces because they were for a female room.
Okay.
And they're like, yeah, let's do that. And so we were heroes, and we were the only ones that were really prepared, because really they can't prepare. They're just looking at a blueprint. The night before, I went room by room, and I had my count. And he questioned me. He goes, Ed, Bjorn's had this other count. He goes, I don't worry about them. I worry about my work. So at the end, we ended up with like 93 total loads, and we were defined them. And then what we've been doing is before the electrician steps in that home, I walk with the homeowner and I said, this is what I'm envisioning for your layout of your lighting. What that makes sense on your traffic path from your bedroom to the kitchen, from the kitchen to the outside, from the garage to the kitchen. And they like what I said. Then I always do this. Let's say it's your house. I said, Ronnie, do I have your permission to make the appropriate decisions on your behalf with your builder and your electrician? And that's a lot of trust. By this point, we've already had conversations. By this point, you already know about the product and what it can do. So you're like, you know what? This guy knows more than me, and he's more than likely to make better decisions on my behalf. So yes, Edgar. Because the first thing the electrician says, who's authorizing you to make this decision?
To make the decision, yeah.
The owner.
The owner.
He loves me.
Yeah. When it was funny, when I was building my house, I'm always in uniform. Today, I didn't wash. I washed. Yeah. I thought it was going to be Wednesday, and he said Tuesday, and it threw me off.
Tampoco me bañé.
Yeah. No, I didn't wash.
Oh.
Yeah, so I wear my uniform all the time. You said something earlier regarding our first employment with automation. And I had a meeting with, I had a conversation with a guy that does the Comic-Con. He organizes that event.
Okay.
And his previous boss, we were talking about him. I said, "Oh yeah, I know your boss." And he said, "Oh, I know your ex-boss." And he said, "Okay." And we could have spent time talking about all the negativity and all that. Because when you leave an employment, it's kind of like a divorce. It's like, ooh,
why'd you leave? What happened?
What happened? And so what we decided to do is that, tell me something good you learned from this guy. He said, "You know what? He told me to go figure it out." And you did, and now you're doing Comic-Con and you're doing all these things around the state, and you're doing very well. So then he goes, "What about you, Edgar?" I said, "I learned how to be a team member, not just the boss, not just the head, but to be part of the team." And that is what has helped us. Like, the guys see me with them worrying about the projects. We think together, we resolve together, we share, we accomplish together.
Right.
That's something you don't see a lot of. Number two, this has never happened before, but I find that when I have lunches with my guys, that we're able to communicate and get things resolved. Also, we hold each other accountable. When we went to do this work in Austin, somebody asked me a question and he said, "You know why I feel like a boy band manager? Because like Roelito's now on a strict diet, so I have to don't forget I eat protein and I have to eat okay, and I need a gym." It was like, okay, so
Real high maintenance.
everybody, and then we have so everybody had their like the shampoo and the snacks, and so it felt like a boy band manager traveling, and then because we're all married, so when we travel, it's like, okay, you have responsibility with kids and dropping off, picking up kids from school, like
Yeah.
daycare and such. So we kind of have to like plan it.
Yeah, you got to make all that.
So and then make the sale. And so the gentleman that hired me for the Austin project, he goes, "Dude, you're a great logistics guy. You figured it out." And then in the middle of the install, his daughter said, "I want an 85-inch Frame Pro TV." And I was like, "Okay, it's like 5 o'clock, but I'll make it happen," because we were supposed to leave by Thursday. And we actually did 2 houses in that week, not just one. The second one wasn't as fully automated as the first one, but nevertheless, it was work, and we finished both houses in those 5 days. But we were able to, so being part of the group, it helps their morale, helps that I'm not just giving orders, that I'm there, that I'm making sure that to provide. So I think that's the role of what they call like a CEO. You don't make the necessary, I don't install, but I make sure that everything lines up for them to be successful.
But I still think that's one thing that it will kind of it will encourage people to want to work better and harder when they see the leader also working their ass off. I see it, like, and I completely get what you're talking about, because these guys right here are great help. They're a great help, but they can tell you firsthand that I'm in chingas, and I'm not a dictator whatsoever at all. If anything, I'm just in chingas, and they're like, "Hey, how can I help you? Whatever. Hey, I need this or whatever." But that comes from like how you said, like, one of the things, like, "Hey, what are we doing? Where are we at? What are we doing?" And those things are, I think that's what makes a great leader. And people want to work for you when you're leading in the direction of showing that you're working hard. When I don't know, there's also leaders that are just like, "Hey, veas esto," and they're not there, and so there's 2 points of leaders in the world, right? But I believe that the leaders that are out there on the field are the strongest leaders, because you're leading by example, and you can see it. I mean, you're, like you said, like, you're everywhere now. You're blowing up. It's from the work.
And our techs are loved by our clients. That's really important, because somebody told me, "Oh, why don't you just hire more people?" It's like, you can't hire just anybody, and it doesn't matter about the skill level. I'll train you. I've trained sheetrockers be installers, and when I say I train them, I give them enough at bats where they get better and better. So repetition is the mother of all skill. You do something over and over till you get better. In our field of work, we have to get better, and it's got to be precise because everything that we install has to work. On the programming, it has to do what we said it was going to do.
Everything has to work.
So then you become a cheerleader. It's like, you can do it. Like you can do it. We just hired a tech.
You press the on button and you're like, please turn on.
Please. And
Thank God.
And the guy thought he was going to get hired by NASA because we sat him on the table and the guys were real serious. And you're going to work hard. And we don't go home early. And there's no baseball games here. There's no, Bible studies that we're working. Like we work. Like we don't. And that's one thing I told Mr. Dines and Bernie. I said, "Sir, you're never going to find me in a baseball stadium watching a game or something like that. I'm always going to be here at your job site." And actually, I made a meeting because I was in Austin. So I drove from Austin to Bernie, which was like a 2-hour drive. And just to meet with the person he's buying the window shades from.
Okay.
Because there's so many.
Because you automated them.
Well, I'm going to automate them, but I pre-wired for them. So I can pre-wire to my knowledge. So I always have this thing, don't be wrong, be right. So we always wire to the right. So hey, which way do we wire? It's like, don't be wrong, be right. Oh, right there. So the guy came in and I told him, okay, that's what we use to all our windows. We went on the right, and so as he's explaining and selling to the homeowner, I'm kind of translating for the homeowner. What he means is not going to go inside the window cavity. It's going to be on the outside, and you're going to have this light, and you're going to, oh, no, that's not what I want. Exactly. That's why I was waving the red flag. Like, dude, you need to make a decision, and they need to show you the product, and they need to tell you what the outcome is going to be, and I'm going to explain it to you.
Right.
So he goes, you made the trip just for this? And it reminded me of the movie with Jerry Maguire. Like, Jerry, you don't have to come to every game. He was like, no, I do, because I don't want to be home. But no. So we were there. And
so that's a whole tropedo.
But it was relevant that we were there and that we resolved that issue. And also for the guy, he got his contract signed and great. Then Mr. Dine tells me, so you sell the motorized shades? I said, yes, but when I came into this party, you had already made arrangements with all these people. So I'm just kind of like, I was invited to the party late, so I'm just kind of like,
yeah,
automation right here.
Yeah.
And he's, what's funny about Cordilleja Ranch is that most of the people that live there, they hang out in each other's houses. So I didn't know that. They don't go to bars and drink. Mm-hmm. They hang around there. And so...
Interesting.
So, yeah. Yeah. And so I couldn't see where all the protocols from a store like Bjorn's were going to be helpful for him because they don't work weekends.
Okay.
I met Mr. Dines on a Sunday at 8 a.m. on the property when it was just brush.
Okay.
Thank God I had a truck because to get in there, they were just developing, so they just tore down forest to get to the house.
Okay.
And that's what my last conversation with him was. Before he hired me, I said, Mr. Dine, didn't I meet you at 8 o'clock at your house when you had not even a lot to claim? It was just like dirt and trees. He goes, oh, yeah. Bjorn's is not going to be there on no Sunday at 8 in the morning. And he goes, yeah, you got me in trouble. I didn't go to church that day because I met you at 8. Oh, I was like, okay. So, whatever. But you win some, you lose some. But the gentleman, I'm going back to the Austin to prove a point. He built this house in 2010, maybe 2009, and it was one of those big houses in McAllen. And he brought Bjorn's down to McAllen to work on his house. And he's over here near Lake James area, that little area there.
Yeah.
And I told my guys, we have the experience, we have the talent, we can compete with anybody in the state, and I'll dare say anybody in the country, where nobody should be calling outside companies to come work here. Now, I love to go to Austin, and I love to go to San Antonio.
Right.
And Bernie. Actually, right now, my focus is Bernie area. Not so much San Antonio. It was when I was under my non-compete. San Antonio was really good to us. We did a lot of work at Dominion, Alamo Heights, and it was great. And we have turned those clients over to another company already. And Bernie has been, because I want to focus on one area and one area only, and that area is the one that we like. But there's no need for anybody to go outside the valley to seek the kind of automation that we have.
Right.
And the products that we sell are like the recognized nationwide. So if you go to Napa, if you go to Boca Raton, San Diego, it doesn't matter where you go. You have three major companies, and all those three major companies, we know exactly what they do and what strong points and weak points. Moving forward, one of the things that I haven't seen anybody talk about, and I think we experienced it in your first house at James Court.
James Court. Mm-hmm.
And that was fiber.
Mm-hmm.
Spectrum, I don't know. I don't know where Spectrum is going to be in the future, but fiber is moving in strong. And I like to see the forecast as we work Austin, Bernie, San Antonio, because you see that trend starting to trickle down to the valley.
Right.
We saw that with the cable boxes as they started cutting when they went away from the coax cable to the TV to force people to get the boxes. We saw that trend in 2016, 15. And now I'm seeing that with the fiber. And where I'm getting at is that as we build new homes, as you build those 10,000 and bigger homes, fiber has been very silent. Nobody's talking about fiber. With that development on James Court, I remember the conversation with you because you were on vacation. I said, Ronnie, this guy wants to perforate your wall to put the fiber through the wall on his brand new house. And he was like, no. Luckily, I remember we wired Cat 6 to the garage area and the demarcation. So we were able to put the fiber in the garage and salvage that, not running that cable. And actually, today we're working in that house.
Oh, really?
They got a new leasee.
The owner still has it, but he's leasing it.
He's leasing
it.
So we're still, so today we're providing service for the new tenant.
Okay.
And we're getting them activated with Control 4 for the music, the lighting, the cameras, which is kind of nice that we went through 4 generations, 5 with you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of nice. And it's nice to walk that house.
How's it look? How's it aged?
It reminds me of Gabriel's house. It's got that.
It's the same. Okay. It's the same.
I noticed that.
We used that plan as inspiration for his. We did the vent
so
for
the base airs through the toe kick.
Wow. Edgar, what's that for? What'd you bring that for?
So that's just like a little trophy we brought back from CEDIA 2025, and that is a testament to where we're at and what we do.
Okay.
So that remote right there symbolizes probably the best freaking remote in the world. And the guy who designed it is a genius, and now he's a very rich genius guy. And what's interesting, everything like circles around, and then like I've been around, I said 20 years, maybe 21, because 2024 we started doing our market analysis, traveling across the country and seeing different showrooms. Bjorn's was one of them in San Antonio. We were in LA. We went to New York. But anyways, this year at the 2025 CEDIA, they showcased this remote, and I was telling you a little bit about it. You want to grab it, Ronnie? I think it should have so it's a touchscreen remote. Look, show it on the camera.
Pretty.
And the bottom, if you touch that sensor, the rotary sensor,
it starts reading your blood pressure.
Well, you see how you feel it?
I'm telling you, it's going in that direction.
And so it doesn't matter if you're watching TV or playing music, you're going to be able, you feel it. Mm-hmm. And for the Apple TV, it serves like a little cursor. Yeah. And interestingly enough, for people that have more than 2 remotes, 3 remotes in their home, and we're talking about those 10, 5,000 square foot and up, where you have enough video equipment that requires a consolidation of all those remotes into one. And this one works through IP. So I can control, I don't know how many devices, but a lot of them. So if you had like I don't know, like a bar, sports bar,
Yes, sir.
where you have like 20 TVs and the TVs are IP compatible.
You could just
Or-
connect them all to that.
Yes. And the sources too. And when they were showing the demo, they were like, hey, Edgar, aren't you a Control 4 dealer? I said, yes. And Control 4 had their own version of the story. They're like, yeah, we sued them and whatever. But now I bought, I think we bought 6 of those remotes. We installed one yesterday.
Wow.
And they're so good that a 4-year-old can use it and a 90-year-old can use it. So anywhere in between, I'm sure we can find a match. And then,
so Control 4 bought them.
well, Control
does
4
this
bought
work
the
for Control
old
4?
technology, Ronnie.
Oh.
And this is the new. Yes.
Oh,
This
okay.
is not Control 4.
No.
What's the purpose of that circle?
That circle is so you can feel the control, so you don't have to look at the remote.
It's like Apple TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you sense that sensory is glass, and it's got like a rubberized
Yeah, no, it feels good.
material.
Yeah, it does feel good.
And
Okay,
there,
so then you don't need Control 4 for this.
no.
This you can just program on its own.
Yes.
IP control.
Yes.
Con madre.
That's
Yes.
that's a nice control.
And so
The
it
shit
brings
that, the
us
shit that we like.
it brings us to another.
I like this.
We loved it.
So what are you gonna do with Control 4?
No, we're still Control
Yeah.
4 dealers. So for a 10,000 square foot home where you got all 200 loads of lighting and you have audio, video, you have gyms, home theaters, golf simulators. We do golf simulators.
That's good to
we
know.
do golf simulators. We did. We sponsored.
It seems like anything smart.
yeah.
That's
Juan
what you
We have to
Zamora-
do one.
Yeah.
For a new client.
Mhm.
We break ground soon, so we need to get together.
That's awesome.
And now that project from Bernie opened a lot of doors with the golf simulators.
Yes, sir.
So now I talked to one of the national reps, and he happens to live in San Antonio. So when I called him, because Mr. Dines bought a product from him, he said, Edgar, tell me a little bit about your company. So I was telling him, he goes, dude, we need to connect. I need because the golf simulators, believe it or not, they involve projectors, which is kind of weird. And I say kind of weird because I guess they need to use a projector because you can't hit a LED screen.
The TV.
But Ronnie, they're 1080p, and they're paying $16,000 for this
Damn.
equipment.
Yeah.
So I kind of scratch my head and
Estás por atrás.
see. So I do video distribution. So not only can you use the projector on the golf simulator, you can use it to entertain. So if you have a game going
Just
on
leave it there, Ronnie. Just leave it there, big dog. Yeah.
and
yeah.
you're not playing anymore.
I hate to put a stamp on the podcast, but at 5:30 I gotta go, guys. I gotta pick up my daughter. So
Well, this will be part 1, anyways. We'll have part 3.
No, we gotta
That'll
have-
be the,
we gotta
the
have,
STBA Netflix special.
we need to do part 2 at Bond.
Yes.
At Bond.
Let's talk about Bond before we leave.
Yeah. So Bond's like your baby. You know, you're very proud of Bond.
I'm very proud that Xavi and his staff trusted us with that project.
For people that don't know, Bond is it's a cocktail lounge, right? Cocktail. Very
High scale, high end.
very high scale, very high end cocktail lounge here in the valley, basically the northern part of McAllen. You can find a lot of genius work there, right?
Yes. So Xavi, he's a very classy. He knows exactly what he wants. He showed me the renderings, and he told me everything he didn't want. And that was, we didn't want commercial speakers hanging from the walls. We didn't want it to seem like you're walking into a nightclub and it has a nice lounge with it. So he wanted this classy. I think there's even a 007.
Yes, sir.
The Bond girl.
The Bond girl. And so we went with it. There was a collaboration with Fer, with the I don't remember the name of the company, but she's the one responsible for all the wood and
All the design
wood,
work.
all the design work.
They did a good
Archie Electric had the task of doing that fancy lighting design that they did on that ceiling,
Yeah.
which that was a very intricate install that they pulled together. And what we were able to do is do what we've been doing, which is automate a lounge with audio, video, lighting, cameras, Wi-Fi. And now it doesn't matter who manages Bond. There's an iPad that has been programmed to any scenario you can think of. If it's an event and we have a DJ, boom, there's a button for it. If you have a person with a guitar that's gonna sing there, then we can play her mixer through our speakers.
Right.
And of course, we have all the TVs that it can play anything.
Right.
And on the music server, this is interesting because this is so custom. You have Ambra next door.
Yeah.
And so they open early, so the music can get kind of loud at Bond, and then right next door is the private rooms at Ambra. So we were able to design the audio to lessen the volume on the wall that is shared with Ambra, and not to the rest of the Bond.
Okay.
So at 9:30 or 9 o'clock, don't quote me on the time, the sound automatically goes back up where it needs to go, so it can be Bond volume and not.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we were able to compromise with that. That was all programming and our equipment doing what it needed to do.
Right.
And now,
So if you guys want to go check that out, just go to Bond.
Yeah.
You can Google it. It'll come out. It's on Auburn, right?
Auburn.
It's
And
on Auburn.
One of the key things there is you can count how many subwoofers you see because they're all concealed. And the speakers are also concealed. So nobody has told me, oh, I saw your speaker. I think even,
Challenge accepted.
well, we had to kind of look at it and look for them. Like, you know how to look for them. But for the average person, they'll never know where the sound's coming from.
For sure.
And that was a great collaboration from everybody. From Archie, Xavi, Dan, and Gilbert. We had Fair. Fair was responsible for the furniture also. And then somebody threw in a ice box, a full walk-in ice box in the back. So we had allocated for a rack there. So we had to kind of think on the fly because we no longer had that.
Oh, okay.
That
Yeah.
area. It's like, oh yeah, you have this whole room. Oh no, you don't. Now you have a walk-in freezer. It's like, oh, what do you do? So we were able to manage all the little.
Because they're also handling food, right?
Mhm.
They're also handling some food.
They have great sushi, by the way.
Yes.
Wow.
Pizza too.
Wow.
I haven't tried the pizza. Sushi's good.
I heard about the pizza. But so yeah, the sound quality on that was great. And I stayed true to what kept us successful. The same speakers, the same subwoofer, our same control for. Now, this one could not do what we did at Bond.
This is more simple.
But
This is for like
This will
you want to
be
control TV
somebody's,
and
pool house, Edgar's cigar room.
It definitely doesn't feel simple.
no, it's
Right?
nice.
And,
though.
and
Yeah.
I'll tell you another thing. Crestron won Remote of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the remote. It feels more like a
Feels like a cell phone,
yeah.
right? It could be a cell phone.
It's got nice weight.
This
I
would be
like it.
a nice cell phone design.
Just
for
don't drop
sure.
this.
Well, yeah.
What's the
don't drop
price of this?
it. I believe 1,600.
What's
But look at my face. 1,600.
I'm telling you, bro. Eventually, you're gonna be able to
So
just
you don't
put
want
your
to drop
finger.
it. Like, you don't drop your phone. You're not gonna drop this.
Shit, I drop my phone all the time.
But you think already about
I'm
okay, it's
cheating.
time for the new one anyway. So
Yeah, that's true.
and then it works.
Who got the
like-
17? Did y'all order it already?
No, I
No?
heard something.
I got it.
Today.
I haven't had
You did?
Android in
Yeah.
years. I mean, I
I
haven't
got
had
it.
Apple
I have it in my
years.
truck.
Okay.
I need to go swap it.
Photo Android.
Yeah,
Photo Android.
weirdo.
Well, somebody, one of our vendors was making a comment on the 17 and Wi-Fi. So that's going to be interesting to monitor. So that's just another, like one
Yeah.
more thing that that you got to learn. Like, okay, what's the pros and cons with this new product?
No, you're in the business of never. Your
ending.
learning is never ending. It's a
Nope.
it's a
gotta
continued
stay ahead.
evolution. Yeah, yeah, and especially now with the integration of AI. Eventually, AI will be integrated into our homes one way or another. It's already very integrated into our cell phones. I'm sure computers are already integrated with it as well.
I don't like it.
It's different, bro.
I don't think it should be in the home.
I hope. I would hope
For
not.
privacy.
Yeah.
I would hope not, but it's gonna happen, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Not in my home.
Yeah.
What I saw from a product that's very popular
I'm against it.
is that
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
you're gonna be able to talk to your DVR now and tell it, get me the recordings from Thursday at 12 o'clock. FedEx dropped off a big box. And boom, it's gonna show.
Yeah, that's badass.
And instead of going,
Oh, speaking of my house, we never connected the DVR. I just remembered yesterday
but you're
when he
selling
told me.
it.
No, I'm not.
I saw it listed.
I mean, I am, but I need to connect it.
Oh, okay.
Mándame a
You're selling
rolito.
it.
Mr. Edgar,
selling
how can people reach you, bro? How can people reach you, and how can they get a hold of you and get maybe get an opportunity to meet you and maybe get something like
Call
this in their
JP.
Call JP.
He'll sell you on it.
Yeah.
Can't thank JP enough. Like his energy level is up there. And in the beginning, I brought up that cold call, but I love talking to the guy because he's so energetic. And I tell him, don't pull your foot off that pedal. You keep it pressed. Don't let go of it. Like whatever momentum you got going, keep with it.
Believe it or not, you see that little trophy there behind you, Ronnie?
This one right here.
So shout out to JP, man. When JP and I met, we put together this fishing tournament, and we donated all the money that fishing tournament came in with, and we donated all that money to elementary school in Edinburgh on Freddie Gonzalez.
I love it.
And we did it.
The one near McAllen?
It's on Freddie, close to like
Centennial?
it's close to like it's actually closer to 81, but it's an elementary school, right? And it was just one of those things. Like when we met, you know, we became friends, and it was just like you could tell that he's a hustler, and that's one thing that I respect.
Interesting enough, I asked him, JP, what is your background? Because we know your background, and I was thinking about that. Was when I first met Ronnie, he said, Ronnie, what do you used to do? You know, commercial work. And me, I used to be a UPS driver.
Okay.
So before all this, and that's another story. But JP's previous job involved a lot of phone, like getting things set up, organizing
Like scaffold
locations.
stuff. Yeah, that's what he did.
Because I said, man, that this drive that you have comes from somewhere. People don't. I mean, we wish we had that kind of energy. Because me, I can have that energy for like an hour. And then after that, it's like night, like wherever I'm standing, I'm like, forget it.
I remember
I'm
he
out.
would always say, "I ain't going back." He would always
Yeah.
tell me, "I'm not going back. I'm already here, so I gotta make it somehow."
Yep.
And that's the thing. I really believe that when somebody really wants to do something, they're gonna do it. It's gonna show up. You just have to be able to keep trucking. You know.
Yeah.
And I remember he would always say, "I'm not going back."
I love it.
It's a hard life. You know, the whole scaffolding and you know, working out of home. You know, you're not at home, right? But shout out to that guy. And like I said, he called me right before your podcast, and he was like, "Dude, you got to get him on already."
So I'm also doing work with Danny. I forgot to mention Danny. Danny with Waldo Homes.
Oh yeah, with Waldo, yes sir.
Danny. We're doing his model home, and we have a big.
Where's it
project.
at? Is it the one
right
at
there by your
Brentwood?
house? Yeah.
Man, that's a
Right.
nice house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's doing like the finish and the attention to detail.
Yep.
that's the
Sabienta.
one he's putting in the gallery.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
And
gonna
so
he's gonna win awards.
And then
We're
he's
doing-
like, it's a little home. I'm like, dude, that's a big home.
Dude, it's a nice home. What are you talking about?
it's a clever house. The way it's laid out. So, well, that's another total different.
It's a whole different topic.
Mhm.
And
We gotta go pick up. Kids.
I'm a father.
I'm a grandpa. They got-
Dang.
I'm a father. I'm a father. The last time I picked up my daughter at 6 o'clock, I was obviously
They
really
charge you
busy.
$2 per minute, right, or something like that.
Something like that. But no, look, what hurt me the most was that the teacher was like, she's the last one to get picked up.
I
was like,
Land of your car.
Never
Yeah.
again. You know what I mean? Never again.
yeah.
And it's one of those
Oh,
things
you
where-
feel really bad.
Sí,
Yeah.
güey.
First one to be picked up in a Lambo.
Yeah.
with a car seat.
Right?
Boom.
No, but thank you
This
for
is
coming
good.
on the podcast.
No, I was.
We definitely got to do it again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Part 2.
And like
We
you
need
said,
to
Ronnie,
go ahead.
talk more about builds and
Yeah,
you know,
because I think builders can learn a lot from some of the stuff that we've done and you've done with other builders and
Like what we
what's,
did with Gabriel
what's possible. Yeah,
was unbelievable. Like what with the budget that we worked
yeah,
with and what we gave him, and then his mom's house.
yeah.
That
How's
part-
that? Are you guys done?
Oh man, you got that. I don't know if we're gonna be able to document that project,
Yeah.
but
¿Por qué?
I don't know. I haven't asked,
Oh.
but
Nah, she'll let you. Gabriela's great.
it yeah. So, anyways, that's gonna be another show.
we're gonna get another podcast going. But that's a great idea, and I think we should start doing something like that to where we talk about builds and I know the gallery's coming around, so maybe we could talk about a couple of those builds for the
Yeah.
gallery and you know give people a little sneak peek on that and
As a builder, you gotta stay on top of what's coming,
yeah.
or else you get left behind. And so I think it's important, especially now with the exponential growth with AI and technology and all that stuff. Man, we're gonna see some major changes here in the next 5 to 10 years. So we got to stay on top of that.
Definitely. So Edgar, how can people find you?
Oh, on Facebook we're under Genius Living, and we're also under geniusliving.pro.
Okay.
Genius
For a good time, call.
JP.
Pro. JP.
No, well, thank you all so much for tuning in.
Are we
to the
giving
podcast.
anything away? Oh no, we're not.
No.
That's right. We get rid of that.
Yeah. So
Well, that's a downfall.
for 64 podcasts, we have been giving away $200 and gift certificates and all that good stuff. But one of the things we wanted to emphasize is to the people that do watch this is that we wanted to raise our quality of video. One of the things that we learned is that the quality of our video was not to par that we wanted because we were going live. And since we were going live, it was diminishing the product. And we just wanted to bring you guys better quality. This won't be edited in no way, shape, or form. This will be a raw upload as well. And we have Genius Living that's coming out Wednesday. And then tomorrow we'll be recording Materiales del Valle.
Oh, nice.
So we'll be there tomorrow. And that'll be coming out the following Wednesday.
66.
66.
So 66 is coming up, man.
When do we
And
have Norma coming up?
I'm just waiting on her to get back to me on
Okay.
that. Yeah,
And the debate siempre no se va a hacer.
y el debate no se hizo.
No, hombre, la cae.
But we'll probably talk about that once the whole thing's over. And
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't for the lack of effort for sure.
We got
we tried.
Juan Zamora also running for judge of the 206 District Court.
Tell them to come on.
Yeah.
We'd
Yeah.
love to have. We want to be a
Juan
platform, like a real authentic platform for people.
And
Yeah,
talk about I mean, he's from McAllen, Nikki Rowe graduate, Marine, went to Texas. He's an attorney now and now running for judge.
That's
and
awesome.
What's cool about
I'm sure he's got a good story.
Juan is that he was my first major home automation system that we did
That he trusted you with.
post my non-compete.
Do us a
Oh.
favor and maybe ask him if he'd like to come
Yeah.
on.
Oh,
Let's
sure.
bring him on.
Most definitely.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
They
Well-
had a golf tournament this weekend, and
Cool.
Tierra Santa was major.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, let us know.
Okay.
And thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
awesome.
Ronnie.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Good job.
Mr. Ronnie.
Thank you, guys.